Hey there, Gemini. This is for Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Welcome. I am so glad that you are here. I took a short vacation. It was really only a week, even though I've been gone for 2 weeks, but prepping for such a vacation did take some time as well. So I'm glad you guys are here. Like I said, this was very welcome for me. It was very enjoyable. It was beautiful. And some of you are in my Discord, so you may have seen some pictures, so you may know how beautiful it was. But let's get into this. This week's candles, if you are new, every week I create candles for you guys, my subscribers. All you have to do to receive the benefits of these candles is make a wish or an intention and subscribe, and based on the candle. So this one is for love. I did have some hibiscus that you can kind of see here. There's some rose petal as well. The hibiscus, though, traditionally is used in magic for lust, love, passion. So this is a bit fiery, a bit more fiery of a candle than I usually use for love. But you know what, you guys? Valentine's Day is coming up. I do not usually subscribe to such a marketed, well-marketed capitalistic holiday, but you know, I love love, so I can't help myself when it comes to this. So please make your wish or intention. It does have to be for your highest good. Everybody knows that by now, I think. Otherwise, it doesn't work. That's just the way that my magic is. This is for unexpected blessings. Beautiful candle. I didn't know what the color was going to be because the labels on all of the bags wore off. I had no idea. So I just kind of threw all of these colors together, and they ended up being the same color as your highest chakra. So that's really pretty, and so I believe this is an unexpected blessing for your highest good. So whatever that might be, I believe you guys are about to be very happy, whatever it is. So let's look into the next week for your material world. This week we are looking at your material world, also of course your spiritual world if that comes up, with the Wild Unknown Tarot. This is by Kim Krans. I have been using a few of her oracle decks this time around as well, so we'll see what comes up. We'll see what happens. Spirit guides, ancient ancestors, divine, tell me about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus for the material world the next 7 or so days, please, Spirit. Ooh, excuse me. All right, the 9 of Wands. I'm holding these backwards, aren't I? Yes. Excuse me. The Hermit, another 9. Why are we like this today? And the 2 of Cups. 1 second, you guys. Very interesting. Okay, so bottom of the deck is the 6 of Swords. So I mean, this could just be because, you know, we just entered into Venus and Mercury going stationary. They are direct. They're moving forward very, very slowly at this pace now. So they appear to be stationary in the sky is what I'm saying. So communications, you know, relations, both at work, at home, all of those things are going to start looking better. They're going to start moving forward, but they're still in a shadow period. So I do like to tell people, because they're like, yay, it's over. And I'm like, yay. About that, yeah, not really. But yeah, so I do want to tell you guys that it does look better, but we're not quite there yet. Oh, let me move these. These are my personal daily cards. But yeah, so we are getting there, you guys, but we're not quite out of the shadow period, and you may have felt like you wanted to just be alone and do a lot of your own healing and your own growth. The past few weeks, I do feel like maybe especially those of you that do get to work from home and you do get to be by yourself, like there's been quite a bit of that, and I think that this has been very beneficial for you. I do think that perhaps this week or in the next few weeks, because the Hermit is a major arcana card, so I don't really want to put you in this 7-day bubble, but I do think that pretty soon here you are going to be asked to at least collaborate with someone else. This is going to be very beneficial. I think that you will see that if it doesn't lead to like a direct promotion or anything, it is going to at least make you feel better about work. I have a feeling that some of you have been feeling very exhausted about your job, or your business, whatever it is that you've been doing. You may have been feeling a little overloaded. So it's going to be kind of a welcome respite to have somebody else help you out. Okay. With the 6 being here, the 6 of Swords being at the bottom of the deck energy, this could be Aquarius. Second decan Aquarius could also be Mercury in Aquarius, so those could be your placements or someone around you. Doesn't have to be. The 9 of Wands could be some Sagittarius energy. Doesn't have to be. The Hermit could be Virgo energy. And then the 2 of Cups could be Cancer energy. And again, none of this means that it has to be, but these are very possible placements. In fact, I know for a fact that I have a Gemini with a Cancer moon that watches, and so that is the 2 of Cups. Also could be a Cancer moon. It doesn't have to be a Cancer sun sign. But anyway, so with that said, I do think that you will have a collaboration that is coming up that kind of takes, like literally brings you out of your shell. But it's very, very beneficial for you if you work in an environment where you do have to collaborate. Those of you who work alone, there may be a business opportunity coming up. You might be signing a contract, it looks like, that again, very, very beneficial. It's like a third party or second party or a vendor or something like that that can really boost your sales, or it could be like someone who does your customer service for you, so they're the ones that get to be all nice and everything while you get to do what you do best. Sometimes I think that I'm really good at customer service, and then it's just like, I really would prefer not to human at all. So if somebody else could do that, that'd be great. So I'm kind of getting that vibe from you guys. Let's go ahead and clarify this energy though. Spirit, what is this 9 of Wands? What's a deck that would clarify for me? All right, we're going to use the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron-Reed, who I adore. I have told you guys this before. If you don't follow her on Facebook, I would highly recommend it. She just dropped what I consider a really wonderful Black History Month message, and I just really adore her. Like, good job, lady. Thank you. Sacred Pool and the 9 of Wands. Yeah, there's a lot of stillness that I'm feeling out of this. Again, it feels very much like some of you guys get to work from home, but I do think that there was like an overwhelming feeling maybe after working alone for so long. It's just like, okay, I would really like somebody else to take over. But this is kind of giving me calm before the storm kind of vibe. Not even that, because I think that things get easier from here. With Sacred Pool, it's also learning how to manage your time. I think that you've done an excellent job of that, and maybe that is what this 2 of Cups is. It's like, because of how well you've done, there could be a promotion coming up for you as well. That could be what the signing of the contract is. It's just like, hey, you've done a really good job. We've seen what you do. Here's some more responsibility that you're taking on. So you could be working with more people because of that. Or one other person because of that. With the bottom of the deck being Golden Palace, I do think and I have to say with the Hermit card is very much about going inward and getting guidance. With the Sacred Pool, it's the same. It's very much incorporating like a meditative practice, which we talked a little bit about in my Discord today with our daily reading. So if that's not something that you already incorporate into your practice, Virgo is a very organized energy, or it should be. It's trying to be very organized energy, but they make time as well for their spirituality. Or should be doing that because it is a part of their daily practice. So this is trying to tell you that in order for you to succeed, in order for you not to feel overwhelmed, let's work on a meditative practice. Let's work on our breath work. Let's work on, perhaps even the first few moments of waking up, you do a quick exercise. There are some daily meditations, on YouTube for free that are only like 5 to 10 minutes, just waking up in the morning, or, something that you can listen to as soon as you get into your car, that wouldn't really cost you any commute time. You shouldn't really listen to meditations while you're driving, by the way, you guys. They're a little too relaxing. You know what I'm saying? But most of them will warn you of that. Some of them, I guess, are made for cars. I don't know, but I'm not going to try to get you to go any other way. But okay. Coffee. All right, Spirit, what is another deck, please, for the Hermit? Work your light. Okay. This is by Rebecca Campbell. I have her other light workers. I can't remember the name of it. And it's so funny because when I first started this channel, I kept calling, is it the Starseed Oracle? I think it is. So I called this one the Starseed Oracle. So I wonder if, okay. Rebecca Campbell, work your light, Spirit. What is the Hermit about? Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Yeah, again, the spiritual aspect of your work is supposed to be very important to you. So even if you are working at a place where you're like, I don't know, I work at a restaurant. Well, food is spirituality. And I'm not just saying that as a Taurus rising, you guys. I'm saying that as like, food can be magic. Food can be spells. Food can be part of your spiritual practice. So never say that, because I will come for you. But and I'm not just saying food as a general thing. I mean, it can be any aspect of work should have a spiritual tie, and you can make that happen even if you don't think. I mean, if you're pouring concrete, you can have a spiritual tie to that, because you are still assisting humanity on some level by giving us infrastructure. But Spirit is saying that you need to make time to, oh gosh, I'm even seeing some of you like a quick prayer before you go into work. And it doesn't have to be prayer. It's whatever you align yourself with. Okay. So, I saw a meme not too long ago, about my own family's ancestry, and not really a meme. It was just talking about how so many of the things that like my grandmother would have told me is exactly the kind of teachings that I'm learning today, but it is in different words. Like I didn't have to spend hundreds of dollars on Reiki because I was taught how to lay on hands, which is what we were raised to do, in root work. So it's very different, but it very much the same thing, and it does the same kind of work. So I kind of feel like, if you have a prayer altar, because that's what your grandmother told you it is. It's very much like having, an altar that's set up for the moon cycles or something like that. Like just kind of label it whatever it has to be for you guys. But I do think that there is a spirituality aspect at work that you might feel is missing, that is trying to be called back in. I hope that makes sense. The bottom of the deck, I was talking about ancestors right here, is break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. So for some of you, you may be feeling like you're being guided by your ancestors recently. This could be something to do with your workspace as well. You could be feeling like maybe what you're doing isn't what would be the most healing or would be the healthiest for you and the next 7 generations or the previous 7 generations. And you might be thinking of a change. I don't really see a lot of change right here. I'm going to be honest. I think that this is a lot about incorporating what already is into what can be. So you already have the tools available to you to incorporate a spiritual practice right now. Okay. What's another deck, please, Spirit, for my beautiful Geminis? All right, we're going to use the Energy Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. Thank you. Angel of Balance. Wonderful. Okay, so I do think, okay, first of all, yes, I do think that you guys are going to feel more balanced when you incorporate possibly a partner at work, somebody coming in that's going to assist you, or maybe they are hiring someone to do, you know, half of your work or something like that, or you're going to be promoted into a position in which there is more assistance, okay? I just feel like with the incorporation, though, of a more spiritual take in the more mundane aspects of your life, you will feel more balance at the end of the day. The bottom of the deck is Indecision, so I think that this is basically like you guys have just been feeling, maybe, I don't want to say lost, like Little Red Riding Hood here looks like she's completely lost. I don't want to take it that far, but obviously some of you may have felt like that. And it's because you've been in your mental space instead of in your heart space, in your soul space. So I do think that that's where we're going. I think we are progressing because we went from 47 to 48 here. And I think that it is about going inward and really reincorporating your soul work, your soul path into the mundane, okay? That is beautiful. It's pretty incredible, Gemini. You probably didn't come here for that. You're like, I'm trying to get a promotion, damn it. Yeah, it looks like you definitely, that looks good. If you're wondering just about something pretty mundane, but it does look like a lot of the work that needs to be done is to come out of your head and go into your heart space, okay? So let's get one more message, Gemini. Ooh, wow, that one flew. It's not a good time to take risks. Yeah, like I said, I didn't see a lot of huge changes coming up for you guys. It is definitely a time to go within and to really lock in. Not even lock in. I just think that a lot of you need to reconnect with what already has been, what already is for you. Some of you are like, I've never even spoken to an ancestor, much less like a whole squad, like what looks like is happening here, or my angels, and they're there though. The sacred pool shows all of them, you know, just lit up as you're laying there and you know, completely relaxed in this water, which is how I meditate often, which was part of my vacation. And if that's not a possibility for you at this time, you know, even if you can just take a bath and lay in the bath water and imagine yourself in a sacred pool. But that's up to you. It's however everybody meditates. If water isn't for you, you know, hug a tree. I love that too. Like whatever it takes for you guys, okay? But now is not a good time for you to really go out there and thinking of changing the wheel, because right now the change needs to happen within, okay? Bottom of the deck is boundaries, so it's very possible with the 9 of Wands here. You might have put up quite a bit of boundaries, especially those of you who work from home or got quite used to working alone, which is fine. Keep boundaries. I get those. Absolutely. Goodness, you know, relationships can be toxic. People can be toxic. Companies can be toxic, so it's good to have the boundaries up and to understand who people are, what people are, or what companies are until you know. But I do see someone quite beneficial, a teammate coming in to really help you, a partnership coming in to really help you, okay? So let's move into love, you guys. Since we're talking about partnerships, let's talk about it. If you are leaving me here, Gemini, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your time. I am so grateful for you. Please, if you could, comment down below if this resonated, and give me a huge thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed for these blessings, and I will see you guys in another video. Let's move into love. Hold on, I do have to sneeze. Watch, it's not going to come down. All right, cool. All right, so Modern Love Tarot by Ethany. I'm hoping the sun comes out a little bit, you guys. So you can see yesterday it came out real strong. And it was just like dancing on all these gilded cards that I have. Okay. Thank you. 3 of Wands. I just giggle because it makes me, you guys either love travel, which fine, I mean, of course, right? Many of us do. Or you might be interested in someone who lives at a distance to you right now. There's a possibility of meeting them soon. Or you're already in a long distance relationship. That's possible too. And I'm giggling because I'm down, you know? I'm here for it. Why? I do know why. 4 of Wands. Oh my God, there's a progression happening. Gemini, Gemini. And then the Tower. Okay, we got to talk about it. We'll talk about it. 2 of Wands. Bottom of the deck. All right, you guys, let's talk about it. Let me take a sip of my coffee. There should be rum in here. I'm kidding. There's no rum, but it'd be nice. All right, you guys, let's just talk, because some of you might be in a relationship right now. If you are in a relationship, let's just, if you're in a relationship and you're already committed and things look really good, I have to talk about the elephant in the room, which is the Tower card. I'm going to clarify all of this, but the Tower is about raising everything down to the ground and rebuilding. The wonderful part about the Tower aspect is that there is always hope, okay? There is always hope at the end, okay? So if the Tower comes up, it's because something is broken and not working, okay? The foundation of the home is completely faulty. It has to come down. The Tower is when the universe must step in, okay? That is 100, 100, 100. The universe has to step in if the Tower is there. This does not mean that the relationship does not survive the Tower. We will get more out here, but for some of you, that is what is happening, okay? I need you to know that that is not for everybody, but for some of you, this is supposed to happen, because on the other side of the Tower is the Star card, and it's everything that you've hoped and wished and dreamed for, okay? On the other side of the Tower is your dreams coming true. But that means that what is currently at its base is not your dream. It's not your true dream, okay? Now, these are beautiful cards in just a very certain scenario. And in this scenario, it is possible, and I do not want to get anybody's hopes up, okay? Because I do know that I have readers that watch these as well, and I don't want anybody being like, that's bullshit. But I am going to address a likelihood, okay? And the only reason I'm addressing it is because it is coming up for me. And I'm not going to ignore spirit, no matter how crazy this might be. Okay, so there is a likelihood, you guys, that this is a connection that is built to last. And that the meeting in real life, there's a likelihood that you have a long distance relationship that is meant to be. And that it is a connection that when you meet in real life, it is like 2 planets colliding, okay? There's that much passion, there's that much insane chemistry. It is just crazy. It's almost like And I am talking about sexually, like out of just head over heels, in love, crazy amount of chemistry possible, okay? And that is not for everybody. I'm going to tell you, for everybody else, it is woof. All right? No. I get like this really dreamy quality of daydreaming, that I'm going to go and I'm going to meet this person and it's everything that I want to be. This is my soulmate. This is everything. And then reality hits and it's just like, it's like a plane crashed, and it's burning every imaginative aspect, every daydream to the ground. Okay. So that is what I'm seeing. And then I see that for a very small portion, that it's not that bad. Okay, so let's, Gemini, let's get some clarity here. I do already feel like that this is just very specific to some of you. So if it's not resonating, like you're like, I'm not in a long distance relationship, or I've never been in one, then it's not for you. But if it is resonating, I feel like you'll know. I feel like you'll know. Nobody wants to see this. I'll just say that. But the good news is that I do have the Two of Wands as my bottom of the deck energy. So I do see a new beginning after the fall. I'm not going to lie. I do see it. But it feels pretty casual. Also not going to lie. So, yay. All right, you guys, let's get into this. This is the Lover's Oracle, and I'm gonna, where's that at? Tony Selena, I think. Anyways, you guys look it up. I just feel like a lot of you aren't even, I'm sorry, I'm going to harp on this a little bit because I feel very much like the person that this applies to isn't listening. Because the beautiful cards, like all the wonderful cards here, they're all turned away from the disaster. And the person in the disaster is turned away from what happened. Like, they're just like, I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen. That I was never in love to begin with. And it's like, all right, bud, well, here I am, your straight talk and straight shooting reader that's going to remind you that you were, because you need to. The Tower moments are here as lessons as well. Okay. And you guys, by the way, if it doesn't resonate, there's so many other, I'm going to keep this, by the way. There's other readings on my channel, and also check your other signs out. Like, you know, if you, like we talked about Cancer Moon, check your Cancer reading out. All of those might have something stronger message, especially Moon and Venus signs. Those are relationships. That's your emotions, you know. Three of Wands, please, Spirit. Yeah. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised with where it leads. This is absolutely Tower energy. In the traditional deck, there's two bodies that are falling out of the tower. And I don't know if they're bodies yet. You know, one of them looks like they're fighting the fall. And the other one is kind of just released already. So either they're dead or they are intuitively preparing for the fall into the water by not buckling their body up. Because if you buckle your body up, your bones will break when you hit the water, because it doesn't matter that water is soft. If you fall from that high up, it is very hard. It will break your bones. So this is a very much go with the flow kind of situation. Don't latch on to an outcome, and the more that you can let go of a specific outcome, the better this Tower moment is going to go for you, okay? Wands. Ooh. Manifesting miracles with the Four of Wands. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Very, very much so. Spirit wants you to not lose hope here. Continue to trust in your heart. I do think that for some of you, this could be very much, like I said, you might have that holy, wow, this was amazing. For others of you, if the Tower moment happens and you're just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just done. I don't want you to do that. I want you to believe that all of the things that you imagined can still happen for you, and it might just not be the person that you imagine them with, but the hope is, the dream is, the wish is, the fulfillment of all of those things are so much better than whatever it is that you could have ever imagined. Manifesting a miracle is like way beyond any dream that you're manifesting into reality. It's like once the reality is here, you're just like, wow, I really sold myself short. Like, this is way better than I imagined. That's what I think for you guys. That's what I believe for you guys. And if you believe that for yourself as well, as soon as you accept that for yourself, your Tower moment's going to come. And the reason is because everything that you thought was okay, the universe steps in and saying, like, yeah, we're no longer going to give you mediocre. We're only going to give you the best. Okay? That's too many. Although that one did really make sense too, so maybe it'll come up again. We'll see. Spirit, the Tower. Okay. All right. Well, nope, it flipped back over, so we're not going to take it. The Tower. Okay. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So I do think that there is going... I want you to hold on to hope, okay? Because I feel like for some of you, you're going to be like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm leaving. This was awful. This was a bad choice. I should never have come, or I should have never met this person, or whatever. And Spirit is like, no. Calm down, buddy. Everything you did was exactly what you were supposed to do. Now it's time to step back and look at what you learned from the situation, because it's only going to get you closer to real love. It's only going to get you closer to this miracle of love, to this Four of Wands, which is, for some readers, they see this as true love. They see this as a marriage card. I see it as stability. I see it as true love as well. But it's a different kind of true love. And it is very stable. It's very kind. It's still a lot of passion, but it's like the soft crackling passion that people can feel, but they can't place their finger on it. I can't really explain it. Okay, bottom of the deck is soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this, and they will manifest physically. With manifest miracles in this card, I do think that for a lot of you, you are on the right track. Okay. Oh my gosh, I almost said it. You are on the right track. For some of you, I do think that this is going to feel wrong because it's not the right person, but it does bring you closer to the right one. Okay. Let's keep going though, because I think though for some of you, this is, I'm getting very much that, sometimes I talk to you guys about, and this is again showing my age, but the Muppets episode where Wonder Woman was in it, Linda Carter, and she sings, and I know I was saying Crystal Gale forever, and then I finally like figured out that it wasn't Crystal Gale, but it's Linda Carter. So you have to look it up, and she just talks about how she was walking. Who was this originally? Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole sings a song originally, so you can look up either version, and they're wonderful. And it's about like just minding your business, and out of nowhere, like a flash of lightning, you fall in love. And that's what I think is happening for some of you. But I think it has to happen at a time when it's completely unexpected. Okay. And then I think for some of you, this is about a trip and holy shit, right? But that's just for like one. But I think for the rest of you, it's the tower is going to tower, and it's not pleasant. But it's a lot to learn, and you hold on to hope because you do have a soulmate out there. That's very clear. You are manifesting a soulmate, but this is part of it. Part of it is learning exactly what does and does not work for you. Exactly what you love, what you do not love. What you will and will not tolerate. You know, those are all parts of the path. And there isn't a path. There's several paths, and it's personal. And my goodness, you guys. All right. Unexpected. But I did just see that, calling in your soulmate. 3 of Wands, please, Spirit. Yep. Okay, I'm going to take this. Stay optimistic about your love life, because with the tower, the message that keeps playing over and over and over again is that the tower hurts. Yes, we get that. Hold on to hope, okay? Do not forget that on the other side of this is the star. On the other side of this is your dreams coming true. On the other side of this is beyond hope. It is the realization of miracles. Beyond anything that you've put in your imagination. It's going to be 10 times more passionate, 10 times, 1,000 times. I don't know. Let's not put numbers on it. Numbers aren't my thing, you know, but bigger than you imagined. Worth waiting for. My goodness. For some of you, the person that you are supposed to be with, you cannot force it. Okay? You can't force your manifestations. Like, I'm seeing it literally as this tower moment, as the fall into the water when you're buckled up and then shattering all your bones because you're trying to force your safety. You're trying to resist this change. If you go with the flow, if you let go of this, I just see someone like clutching on to dear life with this outcome. And regardless of knowing that the tower is the outcome, they're clutching on to this other outcome. And it's just like, if you let go and just go with the flow of this relationship, on the other side of this is something so beautiful. And you will be like, oh my God, that is such a blessing. This was so, so worth it in the end. Okay? Tower card, please, Spirit. Love yourself first. With release your ex at the bottom of the deck here and love yourself first, what I'm really getting is, and I'm going to place these up here. There could be a lot of you with stay optimistic about your love life, love yourself first, worth waiting for. All of these are pointing to something that you might be in a place where you have placed a lot of fantasy and ideology and, you're holding on to this outcome of what a person, like a particular belief that this is your person, right? And when it all comes crashing down with the tower, you're left feeling alone, and you're left feeling like you messed up somehow. And the rawness of that starts to, I just feel like for some of you, there's a lack of self-love, and it's pushing you into relationships that they're not your soulmate. They're not your person, because the self-love isn't quite there yet. Okay. This is, I'm trying to find the right words, and it's very funny because right before I started Gemini, part of my meditation, I was like, I'm in a struggle and I really, really need help with this, Spirit. So help me find the words, help me to be clear. And then they give me something so very clear. And it isn't so much that I don't have the words for this, it's that I don't want to say this and hurt anybody, okay? I have a Gemini here who is very, very much in pain, and they're not dealing with it. And it could be because of a past relationship with release your ex, okay? It could be because of something that they've done or they've said. It could be because you still have feelings for them. And it might not be a Gemini, it could be several. But the issue is that there is a latching onto other relationships. And I literally heard sub-relationships. Like, none of these relationships are what you think that they are. And until this Tower moment really hits home for you, because what it is trying to teach you is self-love. What it is trying to teach you is what it is like to love yourself so much that you can be by yourself and you can be alone, and that you love your alone time. And that there isn't a person out there that can fulfill you because you fulfill yourself. And in those moments, you recognize that you are a whole being on your own. And I'm not saying, because you do have a soulmate. That is very clear. We already saw that. And that soulmate is worth waiting for. And maybe they are waiting for you to love yourself, and maybe they are also working on that. But at this point, Gemini, I have a feeling, I don't even have a feeling, it is very clear that I have some Geminis, a Gemini who needs to really, really, really work on their insecurity and love themselves to the point that if everything came crashing down and they were out here left standing alone, they would be okay. They would know that they have what it takes to move forward to the next day, which gives them the star, okay? Which gives them everything, okay? Oh, my goodness. This got really long, and I didn't mean for it to get long because I was going to try to get a couple of these in before I have to get to my dog. He's going to start barking, so... Thank you. Kisses. With this coming out with stay optimistic about your love life, I do think that you guys have someone out there, unconditional love, giving and receiving affection and falling in love. I think that some of you are in this stage right now that you feel like you're falling in love with someone, which is absolutely fine. It's feeling a little reboundy for me, a little bit for some of you, but I'm not going to lie about that. And I want you to know that falling in love, and this is coming from a Leo, and we are notorious for getting over someone by getting under someone. But because it works, and I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, that is just a temporary fix. And the Leo true fix is to fall in love with ourselves. And so I do think that that is something that you're moving into. And then you will work out so much more after this, okay? I'm going to keep going. Talking. Yeah, I do think that you guys are moving into this is what's going on right now, obviously. I think part of you knows that your true miracle is worth waiting for. And you're currently in this stage of being very interested in someone, conversing with them all the time. When you get that message, you're like, oh my God, I got a message. Text, call, email, but there's also this warning at the end called hoovering, and hoovering is something that narcissists do. Not that you are talking to a narcissist, but you have to know that this is a tactic that they do when they feel like their supply has started to move out. They suck you back in by love bombing you all over again. So, or not even love bombing. I mean, it depends on whatever your triggers are. Like, they just trigger you so that you give them some more attention. So I always, with hoovering showing up, I have to tell you about it because it's a trigger word, you know, and so there could be some toxicity around it, and it's there for a reason. So be very cautious. And that could be the reason why the Tower card arrives is finding out that there is some toxicity around something that you're very excited about right now. Okay. Date. Yeah. Meeting someone new, date, get back out there, plan, and set a date. So this comes after the Tower. I do see you guys. I see the hope. I see everything really, really good after the Tower, but you do have to work on the insecurities that are showing up here. Now, divine timing is on the table with this clock. Need time, takes time, in time cycles, time to heal and progress being at the bottom. This could be just for the Gemini out here who is, not healing and is very insecure that you're not taking that time. And so Spirit's trying to remind you that in between, you, instead of a new person, be just you, date yourself, love yourself, work on yourself. But there's definitely a timing issue here at work that all of this, this true love that is on the other side of the Tower is worth waiting for, okay? All right. One more message of love for Gemini. Thank you. Yeah, this is a learning experience. This is not the one. That is for someone that really needs to hear it, okay? I think deep down, whoever needed to hear it already knew that. They may or may not listen. Totally fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings, okay? The Tower card's not my card. It's y'all. It's your card. And that Tower card is going to fall for whatever the way that Gemini, you, needs it to fall. Okay, so the Tower is for you. It is not at you. It is not to you. It is a for you card. And it is gonna, I don't really find, I have, even when it is about me falling head over heels in love, it's not pleasant for me. I'll tell you that. Like, I don't like it, because it makes me nervous, and I don't like feeling nervous, So, like, it doesn't ever give me a pleasant feeling, but it always does in the end. So regardless, take it how it resonates, you guys. The bottom of the deck is this eye, and the eye means something for different reasons. And in fact, the last time it came up was yesterday, and it definitely meant one, that it's a person that sees you as you are, and they don't blink when they see you. It's not like they recognize you, they see your soul to soul. But this can also be someone that is in your circle already that has their eye on you. So you might have a friend around you, or you may have your eye on someone as well, Gemini. I think this has come up for you before. That is, a crush or something like that. Is this your person? I don't know. With this card, I can't really tell you, because this is really telling me that for some of my Geminis, you have someone in mind that it is not your person, but you're going to find that out pretty soon. But you are also moving into the next phase, which is once you are really working on yourselves and your self-love. I do see you moving into new beginnings with someone else. Okay. One more message from your spirit squad before we close. Gemini. That was fast. See yourself. See, it is. And it could be more, I guess a lot of you guys needed to hear this, because here it is. See yourself the way we see you. The lens is pure love. If you are dating because you need validation, you need people to be like, oh, you're a beautiful human. You're so funny. You're so smart. You're so, you're incorrigible. Like, whatever it is, like these things that you need to hear from people. I know that this is silly, but like, you do write it down if you need to. Say it in the mirror if you need to. Like, you are these things. People are seeing these things about you. It is not a terrible thing to believe them, okay? You don't need other people to believe them for you. You have to believe them first. And then once you really do love yourself in that way, the person that you are meant to be with, you'll never question it, because you'll be able to recognize yourself in them, and you'll be able to recognize that love in them, because you already have it for yourself. And then you'll already have your own self-love. You'll already have their self-love for them too. I hope that makes sense. It's a very weird concept. I get it when I say it out loud, but I get it deep down, so it's weird for me to say it out loud. Blessings are already on their way. I know it's going to crash. It's going to hurt, but they are coming. Okay. And that's why this card comes up. It's like, I know it doesn't feel good, but they're coming. It's like coming right now on the horizon. I can see it. Okay. That's what this man is looking at. He's looking at the blessings coming. Okay, you guys, this has been your reading. I truly, truly love you guys, and I appreciate you so much. And thank you for sticking with me throughout this. Please, if this resonated, give me a huge thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe and receive your blessings. I would really appreciate that. Join my Discord if you want to discuss it. Don't forget that I have a seer circle coming up that is donations based, which you can get more information from the Discord. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.